Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this previous video, I will learn to how to give the style in feedback page. In this video, I will learn to how to give the style in CSS course page. And let's go on the code. So there is the CSS code and HTML code. In the previous video, I will tell I will understand to how to give the structure in course page. You can see in this video I will tell about how to give the style in the HTML tag, HTML page, how to give the style on the web page or website, and this is the universal selector, and we can select the margin padding, and by default it's already set some margin and padding. And it is a default behavior of a browser. We can apply the universal select then we can apply universal selector to select the margin and padding is 0. We can set manually the margin padding, and then we move on. Next selector is body. We give the style on the body tag. It is a content in the main content, and we apply the first of all we apply font family. The it looks sans serif font family is a normal font family. It looks like professionals, and then we apply background, and then we use color the tag color to give the text color, and we apply the line spacing from the lines, and then we apply minimum height of 100 ph, and we apply we apply padding. Move on. The next selector is header. To first of all we align the text using uh, text align center. If you align the text in a center, you can use text align center. Then you use background and color, and I already said padding. And if you want to curve or border from the corners, you can use border radius. And if you align the margin, if you align the from the bottom, set the margin. If you can use shorten property margin bottom. And the next style is box shadow. And move on. The next selector is header h1. We give the size font family 2.5 gram, and then we give font weight is 700, and then we use text shadow, and then we apply header span. We give the color, and then we use display inline block, and then we use font size, and then we apply font weight and margin. We can use shorthand property of margin. If you align from the right, you can use margin right. And move on. The next nav links. We can add background color, padding, and border, and margin and margin bottom, and box shadow. I already said what is the work of margin bottom and border radius. And if you want to remove our bullets from the links, you can use list style, and then we use align our nav links or text in a row. You can use display flex, and you can use if you want to adjust in a center, you can use justify content center, and then we use apply. And it's imagine you have many divs and you are aligned in the next line, you can use flex wrap, and then we apply gap, and then we set padding, and then we use nav links. And if you remove if you remove from the if you remove the underline from the links, you can use text decoration, and if you give thick font weight, you can use font weight, and you can and then we set padding and border radius and background, and we can use transition if you want to like how our animate our links, you can use transitions and to change our colors and background colors and text colors, and then we can set border radius, and we can give the class of secondary primary, so you can apply nav anchor links. You can use background color, linear ingredient, and then you can box shadow. And if you want to hover our naval links, change our background color and text side, and you can transform or translate, and, and then we apply border color, and then we can apply nav links. Uh, these are the styles, and then we can background transparent and border 2 pixels solid and white. If you want to hover, it is a pseudo class. You can change our background and border color and transform and minimum max width and margin and padding. You give the class. Basically, is it is use display grid. How to what is the work of grid? It, you can align two. It is a two-dimensional, and you can align two or more lines using grid. It is the difference between if you can align display flex, you can use a single div, but you can apply display grid. You can align all the lines in a row columns, and then you use column template columns, and then you repeat out of it, and then you use cap, and then you if you want to items in the center, you can justify item center, and this is our course card. You can change background color, border radius, you can change if you want to hover our code, if you want to cover our border from the corners, you can use border radius, and then use padding and box shadows and transition display flags and flex text and columns mean height, positions, and or full flow hidden and backdrop filter blur. If you want to hover and before, it is a pseudo class before. What is the before? And you can use content and position absolute and background color. These are the styles. These are the links and give the how to give the style in the course page. can use grid. Okay, and if you want to make responsive website, you can use data query. Like if the strike the width is 1024 is the normal changes, and if you want to strike a 768, you can change our body padding and header and margin bottom 1.5 rem, and we can uh, change our font size and navigal gap links and nav anchor links, panel padding 0.4 and 0.8 rem, and font size 0.9 main and course container grid template columns auto max and gap, and we can use max width for 180. You can use these are the styles given, and then we use course button. It is a class of, and we target padding 0.6 rank and 1.5 rank and font size and 0.95 rank, and we can change the footer padding 1.5 rank and margin top 1.5 rank and font size is 0.9. If you want run the website, you can show it is the changes we have given. These are the course page, and you can see that this is our buttons and this is our grid we are using, and if we move our cursor, you can hover, you can change this hour, you can check this hour, and these are the term. That's all. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe. That's all. Thank you.